Hi, my name is Owen. I work for Park End Church and I'm just making a quick video. It's the 25th of June 2022, one day after the 24th of June where something monumental has happened in the United States of America. The reason that I, a Welshman who lives a million miles from America, am making this video is because I've always taken my promise to look after as best as I can the Christians under my care very seriously. And over the last 24 hours, I've never seen so much hatred and vitriol put towards Christians, most of which is highly emotive and not based on any logic or any proper understanding of what has happened yesterday. So most of you will know this already, but for those who don't, I hope this video is helpful. I want to give a quick summary of what happened yesterday and then some responses. And I have in mind those Christians heading into work who might come up against it this week. What happened in the 1970s, and it came up again in the early 90s, was the Supreme Court made a ruling for women regarding abortion which effectively added to the Constitution. Yesterday, they undid that ruling and have handed power back to the people and their elected representatives. Granted, the issue of abortion is a highly charged one and does involve religious views. What life is and when it begins is a religious view, even for someone who professes to be non-religious. It is a religious call. It's so moral and deep. But moral arguments haven't brought this change about. In the 1970s, people who thought that abortion is an innate extension of a woman's freedom read that into the Constitution. Yesterday, they said it's not the Supreme Court's place to read between the lines of the Constitution and add to it. If you do that, they said, you can read anything into the Constitution and there's no limit to what we as the Supreme Court could do and change. Incidentally, it was quite clear that the Constitution never intended for abortion to be legal because soon after it was released, many states made abortion illegal. But that again is by the by. What happened yesterday was essentially 6 out of the 9 said this. It is not our place for the 9 of us to apply our understanding of what is moral or not to the Constitution. That is for the people and their elected representatives. And it was an egregious mistake, they said, for us to have done that after Roe versus Wade. So now it's down to the people of each state to battle it out, whether they'll make this a legal or an illegal procedure going forward. But for the Christians who come under attack this week, it was not a Bible-bashing movement that changed this. It was all to do with the abuse of the Constitution and stepping out of the zone of the Supreme Court in the 70s that had to be readdressed. It's also worth noting that the 3 who did oppose it out of the 9 did so on the basis of moral arguments and freedom for women and autonomy over bodies. It wasn't a constitutional argument. That's why they didn't prevail in this instance, because this is strictly a constitutional matter. And that's why it shouldn't be that the Christians are being attacked for this. As an aside, and I'll close with this undoing of Roe versus Wade will undoubtedly slow down the rate of abortions in America. And many Christians will obviously be celebrating that this weekend. If life does indeed begin at conception, then the 1 million abortions a week currently happening worldwide, a high percentage of that from America, and a high percentage of those abortions happening because of inconvenience, then the slowing down of these things are good. If you're unsure of your position of abortion, in another video, and I'll put it in the description below, I've tried to lay out a biblical case for why abortion is not a good thing. I've tried to do it with balance and with care. So I hope it'll be of some use to you. Thank you for tuning in to this short video.